Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your reading. It's good to see you. So, I've been sitting with your energy all morning. I have a bunch of channeled messages. I also have your first few tarot and oracle cards pulled. I'm ready to go, so let's jump right in. The first thing that I wanted to mention is that I actually channeled quite a few messages for you over a week ago. I really thought at the time that I was going to be able to film your reading, so I had a whole page of notes, channeled messages for you written down, but then things happened, life got in the way, and I did not get a chance to film your reading at that time. And so when I felt the call to film for you today, my first thought was, I gotta go find those notes. I gotta go back and access what I channeled before and weave it into this reading. But Spirit's putting a big block on that. Spirit is saying, nope, you do not need to go back. You do not need to incorporate the past into the present. You need to just be present right now. So that's the message. That's a message for you right away. I'm just hearing leave the past in the past. Obviously, you can't forget the past, but leave it in the past because so much has changed and so much will continue to change for you in the coming weeks. Very specifically, I'm getting the next 2 weeks for you, and all of my readings are timeless, so it doesn't matter when you see this. If it resonates, it's for you. 2 weeks out from whenever you see this. The energy has changed a lot, and it will continue to do so. So don't try to force what was true before into your current truth, or I'm hearing your current paradigm. Give yourself the gift of a fresh start and a clean slate. I'm hearing every day is a new day. Every day is a new day. The question is coming to me, what would you do if today was the first day of your life? So I went into your energy with a completely clean slate. I can't remember what I channeled, so I guess that's a good thing. Connected with your energy a little while ago from a clean slate, and the very first thing that came through was the image of a dove. So that to me is kind of the theme of your whole reading today. The importance of not only cultivating peace for yourself, but choosing it. Protect your peace, choose your peace. Especially your peace of mind. That's very important right now. It's critical because there's something happening in your system. I'm hearing in your field. I'm not sure what it is. It's kind of hard to describe. I'm seeing the color purple. But you're receiving a lot of spiritual downloads right now. And yet there is a lot of conflicting energy around you. So it would be very easy for you at this time to get distracted by the chaos or the conflict around you, or to get pulled into it. And then you're not that clear channel, 333 on the timer. And the tarot cards that I pulled, which we're going to get into in just a second, they completely confirm this. But this is just what I was hearing. Protect your peace so that you can hear your inner guidance relative to something very specific. I was also getting the message about the importance of not scheduling things out too far in advance. And it's tied into the fact that so much is changing for you right now. The next 2 weeks especially are going to be a huge turning point. So if you find yourself, I'm hearing, spinning out, trying to think ahead, days or weeks out, trying to plan something, trying to get all the details in order. I'm hearing trying to make something work time-wise or schedule-wise. Spirit is saying just take a deep breath. Take a deep breath, because whatever you plan is probably going to change. Obviously, there are some things you have to plan, but I feel like Spirit is just saying don't worry too much about it. Be willing to be adaptable in that way. It's also very interesting to me that I'm filming this reading for you right now on a Sunday. I don't think I've ever done that. Not in the entire lifespan of my channel. And my channel is just over a year and a half old. I don't think I've ever filmed on a Sunday, but I was guided to. I mean, I kind of have to for my own schedule, but it feels right. It's never felt right to film on a Sunday. So that's just part of the message too, like being flexible schedule-wise and living in the now. I'm hearing living in the now. Yeah, that's huge. Living in the now. If you're really, really present and you drop the stories from the past, right? Again, it's like leave the past in the past, and you're just present now. You're gonna find that the rhythms that are right for you now, they're different than what they used to be. Okay. Okay. So let's jump into your tarot cards. So the theme of your whole reading today is the Four of Swords. This is about detaching. Detaching, taking a step back, protecting your peace, giving yourself the time and space that you need to recover your energy, and reconnect with your own energy. Fours in numerology are all about stability, security, strong foundations. So I'm just hearing like regulating your nervous system by giving yourself time, space, peace alone. That's you. I feel like out of all the cards I've pulled, looking at all of them here together, when I ask where is Taurus, it's the Four of Swords. Okay. It was clarified by the Five of Wands. And I want to show you these two together. Okay. Just so you can see what I see. So this is what you need to do right now. Look at all of this conflict, this bickering, this drama outside of you. Spirit wants you to face away from it, to detach from it, to even, I'm hearing, seclude yourself from it, because it's not your energy. It's not your energy, okay? And that's really, really important, because I feel like it would be easy for you to kind of get lost in that, and then pick this conflict energy up and think that it is yours, and then your inner world would look like that Five of Wands, when in reality, when you're clear, when you're sovereign and you're in your own energy, I feel like your inner world is like blissful. It's blissful. It's serene. It is peaceful and clear. So it's really important to not confuse yourself with them. That's coming through very, very strongly, okay? So that Five of Wands, it could be the world around you. The world is in chaos. So it could just be the world, society at large. It could be family drama, workplace drama. It could even just be one person in your life whose inner world looks like this. Somebody in your life who's going through it internally, right? But whatever it is, I'm hearing it or they need to untangle themselves. You trying to interject, even though it's coming from a place of, wanting to help, right? Love, even. Oh, I don't know if you can hear that. Hopefully not. Distractions. Yeah. It's just a distraction. So even if you want to be genuinely helpful, they have to want to help themselves. I feel like that's the core of the message. And so it's part of their, well, I'm hearing dharma. Actually, not even karma. I'm hearing dharma. I don't think that word has ever come through me before. I think that means purpose. I'm sure some of you know 944 on the timer. Okay, we're going to go with it. It is part of their dharma to untangle themselves. I'm seeing a knot, like if you were going to sew with a needle and thread, and the thread gets all tangled up, and it seems like impossible to untangle it. It's part of their purpose to do it for themselves. Okay, and therefore it's part of your purpose, 1010, to stay in your own energy and hold space for them to go through what they're going through. Okay, now is not the time to engage. You will get swept up in their energy. They have to untangle themselves. Now, underlying everything at the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Pentacles. So this kind of detachment is how you nurture yourself, right? This is Spirit inviting you to stay grounded in your body. Clear your mind, maybe meditate, whatever you need to do to clear your mind. Go for a walk in nature, meditate, take a nap, right? I mean, it looks like that figure's taking a nap. Get good sleep. Clear your mind and ground into your body. Okay, this is how you nurture yourself right now, which is the gateway to abundance. Also at the bottom of the deck was the Lovers. So it feels like there's just some kind of, now I am going to say karma, there is a karmic contract here between you and these other people or this other person. This whole reading is about the dynamic between you and another. Take it how it resonates. So this is a very important moment for you to choose yourself, because choosing yourself is ultimately what is also best for them, even though it may not seem like it. Okay. Now the oracle cards that came forward for you. Earth. And at the bottom of the deck is intuition and vision. Look at how beautiful this card is. Okay, so much was coming through these oracle cards. So obviously with Earth, I feel like this is a continuation of the Queen of Pentacles. Spirit is saying it is so important for you to stay in your home element, your home energy of Earth, right? And you intuitively know when you're clear, you intuitively know how to stay grounded, how to cultivate and caretake your own authentic energies. I was getting the word restoration. This is a time of restoration for you. Stay in your physical body. I was also seeing an image of soil, like really dark, almost black, rich soil, and you were putting your hands in it. I don't know if you were gardening or if that was just how you were connecting with the earth, but there's something about putting your hands or your feet or your body in direct contact with soil. And then I was just so drawn to the fact that there's mountains here in this earth card. I feel like some of you need to get away to the mountains, quite literally, if you can. I mean, it might not be possible, I understand, but if you can, going to the mountains or a mountain, that is the thing that will be so supremely restorative for you. And then when I connected with the mountain energy, I started to get this whole vision with a red dragon. And I saw you, it was like the red dragon appeared and then guided me into the mountaintop. And once I got to the mountaintop, I saw this completely still pool of water that was acting like almost a scrying mirror. So working with the energy of dragon might be helpful for you, but I feel like that's Spirit just saying that the energy of mountains for you, it's going to help you to be in a deeply reflective state of mind, and it will help you to see yourself more clearly and therefore receive these spiritual downloads that are trying to come through for you much more easily. Okay, because again, what I'm getting is that you're a channel, and right now there's very important messages that are coming through for you about something. I don't know what. I mean, we're always receiving messages from Spirit all the time. Some of you are going to write a book. That's just coming through. Obviously, that's only for some of you, but I feel like some of you are going to write a book. And like, if you can detach and clear yourself of the outside energies, this is actually the prime time where you're going to be in that creative flow and your book is just going to come through you. It's something like that. Okay, and then the very last thing was just kind of connected to your hands in the soil. The more sensual and tactile you allow your life and your days to be, the more your intuition kicks into high gear. So being very tactile and being very sensual is intimately linked to your intuition. Okay, and this vision card with the owl with the blindfold, I feel like, you know, this is a representation of what spirit wants for you right now, to blindfold yourself to those external energies so that you can see inside, right? Or connect more deeply inside. So working with owl energy or dragon energy might also be helpful. Okay. Now, let's go a little bit deeper with tarot. The same thing happened for 1616 for Scorpio. The Scorpio reading I did yesterday. I was just getting so many channeled messages. Like, I was just about 15 minutes in by the time I pulled any more cards. And okay, I don't know. It feels like there's a connection between you and Scorpio. What is that, Spirit? There is a connection between you and Scorpio. Well, I think you're opposite, right? On the astrology wheel, every sign has its opposite. I think Scorpio and Taurus are opposites. I could be wrong. But in that opposition, complementary, right? Okay, well, I'm hearing whatever's going on with Scorpio at any given moment is what is happening in your own underworld. Ooh. So if you're called to it, maybe watch the Scorpio reading too. Okay. I didn't even ask anything, but we've got the Five of Cups that jumped out. Okay. 10 of Cups. Yeah, I feel like this is what you're ready to do. It's interesting that we've got 5 and then 10. 5 and then 10. 1 second. This is very specific. It's almost, this might be just part of you, a part of you, not all of you. Something feels out of reach, perhaps, for you. Something feels out of reach. You're dreaming of that 10 of Cups, which is just pure emotional fulfillment to the highest degree. The highest degree. Your 10 of Cups feels far away somehow, or a 10 of Cups. It doesn't have to be relative to your entire life. It could just be one thing. Like if you're going to write that book, maybe you've dreamt about writing this book for years, but somehow it's still just manifesting. It seems out of reach, right? Just as an example. Some kind of thing, a desire you have that you think will make you very, very happy seems out of reach. But it's not. Spirit is saying it isn't. It's right there. It seems out of reach because you're not looking at it. You're looking here at these 3 cups that have fallen. There's some aspect of you that is, maybe that's part of why Spirit was saying, let the past be in the past, because these 3 cups are in the past. Some part of you is still ruminating on something that did not work out, or I'm hearing a timeline that did not unfold in the way you had anticipated. And that sort of cord that you have to the past in that way, this sort of disappointment relative to something, it's making you think or feel, perceive that this 10 of Cups is so far away. But look, if he just turns around, it's right there. It's right there. So if something you want feels out of reach, Spirit is saying it's just a perspective shift away. I know sometimes that can be annoying to hear, but that's what's coming through. What energy is what should I go into next, Spirit? Hang on. Okay. What's challenging Taurus right now? The Tower. Clarify the Tower. (2020). Maybe something about the year 2020 that that's the thing in the past that you have a cord to. That's just for some of you. Clarify the Tower. Four of Wands. Three of Pentacles at the bottom. Let me sit with this for just a second. Yeah, there's just this energy of holding on. Something in your life, maybe a relationship, going back to the Lovers, or a situation, but something in your life that used to bring a sense of stability, security, or joy. There's shadow that's now being revealed about it or them. The Tower is, right after the Devil. The Devil is shadow, in shadow. The Tower is the moment that the shadow is revealed. You can't unsee the shadow now. The truth is right in your face, and you're moving through an ego death as a result of that. Your sense of stability is being disrupted. Three of Pentacles at the bottom. There's something that you're going to rebuild. There's something that I'm hearing, destined to rebuild. I don't know. Rebuild a relationship with somebody, or rebuild your sense of relationship. Rebuild your definition of what it means to be in, I'm hearing, proper relationship. Okay, that's an interesting word. Something is being broken down because it's part of your destiny to rebuild it. And why is this the challenge? I mean, the Tower card is an obvious challenge, but why is this the challenge? Six of Swords. This came up for Scorpio. Yeah, it did. This was one of the cards representing the theme of Scorpio's entire reading. And now my nose is itchy. That means I'm really channeling. I'm really in the flow. Yeah, so Scorpio. If you want to watch that Scorpio reading, it was called Rebirth. I highly recommend it. This is about the integration of heaviness so that you no longer feel it. You are ready to integrate some kind of heaviness, the heaviness in that Five of Cups, the disappointment or the grief about something in the past, right? But in order to integrate it so that you don't feel it, you gotta feel it, right? That's this Tower card. Let me sit with this for a second. I just keep seeing that pool of water at the mountaintop and that red dragon in my mind's eye. Like, Spirit will not stop. So it's connected to this. Well, it's almost, okay, I'm getting something about the dragon energy is going to help you do journey work that will create resolution. It's almost like you're gonna be able to look into that scrying mirror that is the pool of water, look back at more of the objective truth of the unfolding of what did not work out, that maybe that old timeline. And in seeing it from your current perspective, you'll create resolution. Yeah, Mm. Observing the past objectively from your current standpoint is actually the thing that will cut the cord to it, because objectively witnessing the past is not the same as being stuck in it and keeping it alive by ruminating in it. I hope that makes sense. What's the advice? What's the advice? Eight of Cups. Clarify the Eight of Cups. I'm hearing Temperance. Ah, Two of Cups. Yeah, it's like make space for a new way to connect. We've got 2 Cups cards here, and what's at the bottom? The 6 of Cups. Yep. Yep. Mm. This is about letting go of what was so that you can live in the now and be present to what is. Leaving behind things that are stagnant. And Scorpio is also clearing stagnant energy from their heart. I always get this feeling of like, yeah, just stagnation with the Eight of Cups. Like, ugh. It's not going to fix itself. Some energy is not going to resolve itself. It will only resolve itself when you walk away from it or detach from it and move into a fresh way of connecting. And the Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck, that very often, just like the Lover's card, that speaks to like soul contracts. Maybe some of you are working out or working through soul contracts with people you've known for lifetimes. The Six of Cups is also about past lives. Give me a little bit more clarity here. The World. Done. Done. And the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. Wow. This is about coming back to, I'm hearing the seat of control, which is interesting because one of the first messages was Spirit saying you can't control your schedule. You can't control your schedule. Well, okay, knowing what you cannot control helps you to be centered on what you can. So I feel like this is Spirit saying contemplate what you actually can control. If you cannot control, you can't control other people, you can't control necessarily the timeline of things, you can't control or know what's going to happen in the future. So much is outside of our control, like most things. Just about everything, I would say. So this is like letting go of, releasing the grip on everything that you truly cannot control so that you can begin a new cycle firmly planted in what you can control. What can you control, Taurus? Ask yourself that question. Speaking of questions, let's get a journal prompt for you from my journal prompt deck. I'll be putting these journal prompts in the description box, as well as a link to my website where you can buy this deck for yourself if you would like. A dream I had that I will never forget was... Now, you could take this 2 ways, I guess. When I wrote this prompt, I meant it as a dream you have while sleeping. But if it resonates more with you, you could think of it as a dream as in a wish you had, or a goal that you had, like writing that book. So you could answer it both ways if you wanted to. Take it how it resonates. But But going back to that Four of Swords, the need for rest, meditation, sleeping, like good quality sleep. I feel like this is ultimately Spirit inviting you to connect with your dream states, pay attention to the symbolism in your dreams. Maybe you're receiving those spiritual downloads in your dreams. And something about the dream you had that you never forgot, when you reflect on this, there's something important in that dream for you now, no matter how long ago it was. If we give the most of what we need, what do you need? I feel like that speaks for itself. Let's get a closing message from a compendium of Witch's Oracle. What do you need? Can you give that to yourself? Is it hard for you to give that to yourself? If so, why? Closing message for Taurus. Number 30, the Crossroads. Hecate. Oh yeah. Turning point. Let's see what the guidebook says. Okay. Key, changes, direction, path. Hecate was a deity worshipped mainly in Greece, Asia Minor, and southern Italy, and today across the globe by many pagan practitioners. She's a multifaceted, complex goddess who, in the words of Hesiod, holds privilege in both earth, heaven, and sea. Associated with witchcraft, crossroads, and the spirit world, Hecate is a liminal deity who presides over thresholds and the journey between realms. I think in my last collective reading, or one of my last collective readings, we were talking about the threshold. I think you're one of the biggest collectives within my collective, so it makes sense. In late depictions, she is often portrayed as threefold, accompanied by dogs and snakes and holding torches, a dagger, and a whip. The Crossroads invites us to reflect upon our journey, to pause upon reaching a turning point, familiarize ourselves with the landscape around us, and sometimes retrace our steps. She encourages us to think about our options and choose the wisest path without being afraid of changing our course or our schedule. So work with Hecate if you feel called to it as well, okay? All right, Taurus. Thank you for letting me read for you. Thank you for spending some time with me. Again, the prompts and all the links will be in the description box down below. Leave any questions or comments. I would love to hear from you, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.